you become a living, walking symbol, and that's kind of the purpose of religious life in the life of the church. In the same way that a married couple represent Christ's fidelity to the church, insofar as they live out their fidelity to each other. So, as a religious, you live out this kind of symbolic function. You're saying, just by your very existence, you're saying that there is more to life than earthly pleasure. There's more to life than marriage. There's more to life than just earthly life. And so what the documents of the church say is, you're an eschatological sign.
Hi, this is Paul. I had an amazing conversation with Conor McDonagh. He is a friar in Galway, Ireland. He is a student of medieval Catholic Irish Pauline studies. He's going to be one of the speakers at the Christ and Culture Conference on February 15 in Galway, Ireland, which is right before the art conference. I'm flying out to go to the art conference, and before I go there, I'm going to Ireland to do this event. This event is really something, if you're able to get it, you're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be a tremendous event. I'll be there with Paul Kingsnorth, Martin Shaw, Connor, and another Roman Catholic academic, Clergy, who does poetry. So really looking forward to that. One of the things that I asked Connor about, because I think there's a lot of curiosity about what's it like to be not just clergy, because people look at Protestant clergy and I'm not wearing any vestments, I'm not wearing any clerical robes, I'm not doing anything. So Protestant clergy are sort of a little bit different, but what's it like to take on holy orders, and what surprised you? And one of the things that he said to me, which was, I thought, so true and perceptive, was he said, I then sort of became a symbol instead of a person. And so I found that so true. And as a young Dominican friar, this is part of what he's going to be working through as he spends not just years but decades, Lord willing, in his vocation. And so I'll just leave this little clip for you now. I've got another video coming out that I just made about the Protestantization of the laity, but I like making clips of these longer videos because most of you don't know who Connor is. He has watched me. He's kept an eye on this little corner, and so he's been sort of watching what we've been doing, and he's a super guy. And so I hope that I hope that others will invite him into conversation. Of course, he's got his own vocation. He's getting a PhD currently, but it's a little taste of this conversation. Again, this idea of what does it mean to be a symbol, for the symbol and the person to reside in the same psyche. Surprised you about this, that say, I mean, you grew up Catholic, you obviously understood the church, you were around it culturally, there was a fit, but what surprised you about this vocation?
I think what surprised me was, and I suppose it's obviously true in some sense, that you become a living, walking symbol, and that's kind of the purpose of religious life in the life of the church. In the same way that a married couple represent Christ's fidelity to the church, insofar as they live out their fidelity to each other. So, as a religious, you live out this kind of symbolic function. You're saying, just by your very existence, you're saying that there is more to life than earthly pleasure. There's more to life than marriage. There's more to life than just earthly life. And so what the documents of the church say is, you're an eschatological sign. But what surprised me was the extent to which people respond to you as a symbol rather than as a person. And it should be kind of obvious. I should have expected that. But that was challenging initially. For a long time, you're kind of saying, "Hey, just get to know me," I'm, because some people will respond to you in a really negative way because you are this sign, kind of sign of contradiction in many ways to what they might be interested in, or they respond to you excessively positively, and you're kind of on a pedestal, and they're saying, "Oh, you're the future of the church," and and aren't you wonderful? And both of those I found, well, especially that last one I found really difficult and nauseating, because with any amount of self-knowledge, you know that that's not a good thing to hear. Anyway, so I think that was kind of a surprise, was the extent to which you're a symbol and people respond to you as a symbol, and they might eventually get to know you as a person. But yeah, that was quite challenging for the first few years.